Hi everyone, my name is Robin Speziale and I'm the national best-selling author of a book called Market Masters. So today I'll be talking about a do-it-yourself investor. He's really well known here in Canada, but you can learn a lot from him wherever you are in the world. His name's Derek Foster and he calls himself the Idiot Millionaire. And Derek's one of these investors that I featured in my book Market Masters, which released in 2016. And you can find the full interview there. But here in this video, I'll be talking about Derek Foster. I'll give a brief summary on who he is and how he got started in investing and how he got to that $1 million level, I think, at the age of 34. And he's well over that now. And then I'll give you 16 investing lessons from Derek Foster, too. So here you go, guys. And this is from my book, Market Masters. Derek Foster is a quote-unquote idiot. He saved, then invested, and then quit the rat race at age 34. He spent his 20s backpacking around Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, and lived a number of years in Asia. Who does that? He should be broke, living paycheck to paycheck, and working a dead-end job until he's 65. No sarcasm. So instead, though, he's independently wealthy, having amassed around $1 million in investable assets at that young age of 34. While Derek has branded himself as the idiot millionaire, he's anything but. Derek is very, very smart. He uses the idiot angle to inspire the average Joe or Jane Canadian to achieve their own financial independence. And he sells a lot of books in the process. Stop Working, Here's How You Can propelled Derek into financial folklore in Canada. I was enthralled by Derek's path to financial freedom and have read most of his 6 books. Today, he touts buying strong dividend-paying companies. But dividends alone won't propel you to the $1 million mark. There's more to it. And it's all revealed in my conversation with Derek. And again, you can find my full interview in Market Masters, which you can get on Amazon. You go to Barnes & Noble, Indigo, Chapters. The truth is that Derek Foster was a prudent saver who made some great calls in the market, from leveraging up on his cigarette company, piling into income trusts, taking advantage of the Canadian-US dollar parity, and selling puts. He made these great calls by taking what the market gave. My favorite line from our interview comes when Derek describes his advantage of the market. Derek said, "It's not foresight, I'm opportunistic. The opportunity was there and I took it where I could." One can glean Derek's investment mantra in his words. He isn't a value investor or a growth investor or even a macro investor. Derek is a market taker. Derek himself would tell you that anyone can use this simple investment strategy that any 6-year-old can follow, quote unquote. But as you'll soon learn, there's a higher learning curve to beating the market. Here's how a sophisticated investor amassed a $1 million portfolio by the time he's 34. And so here are Derek Foster's 16 investing lessons. Number 1, and these are all quotes from Derek Foster when I interviewed him. Number 1, with the exception of tech, the market leader usually stays the market leader for many years. Number 2, even though the cigarette industry's volume is going down 1 to 2% per year, it doesn't matter because the prices increase 5 to 6% a year, so they're actually making money. Number 3, I was a very avid saver. I saved a high percentage of my income throughout my life, probably around 70% of my paycheck. Number 4, you have to take what the market gives you. Investing lesson from Derek Foster. Number 5, I look for quality. I look for a company that I feel has a sustainable competitive advantage. And then I look after that, I look for a good price. Once I find that stock, ideally I want to hold that stock forever. Number 6, I don't think my portfolio has ever gotten above 25 stocks. Usually that's where it tops out. Investing lesson number 7, most companies increase their dividends over time. So in actuality, my standard of living increases slightly every year in perpetuity. Derek Foster's investing lesson number 8, I have sold put options in companies I want to buy. Also, I have sold a couple of covered calls in companies that I'm thinking of dumping. Number 9, I look for a moat, a reason that the company can continue to make obscene profit for years into the future. Unfortunately, there's not many of those companies out there. In the world, there's probably 100 or even less than that. Investing lesson number 10. Stocks are almost like wine. They get better with age. Oftentimes you're looking for businesses that have been in business for decades, or ideally have been in business for over a century. Number 11. It's not foresight. I'm opportunistic. The opportunity was there, i.e. buying US stocks when CAD was at parity, and I took it while I could. Investing lesson number 12. The advantage that young people today do have, and I'm a huge advocate of, are the tax-free savings account, TFSA, which weren't around when I was young. Number 13. Baby boomers' kids have left the house, and they'll dig a little deeper in their pockets for higher quality. Number 14. I stick to my circle of confidence because I'm not that bright. My circle is fairly small, but that's okay as long as I stick within that circle. Investing lesson number 15 from Derek Foster. That's the secret to why the rich get richer. The second million, and then the third million, and then the fourth million all get easier and easier and easier. And finally, investing lesson 16 from Derek Foster. Only a fool, somebody who's really stupid, would not change when the circumstances change. Okay, guys, so this was a whole profile on the do-it-yourself investor, so-called idiot millionaire, Derek Foster. And Derek Foster has written a bunch of books. I've read them all. They're great, easy to read. And my full interview with Derek Foster and all of his investing strategies are in my book, Market Masters. You can learn more on my website by going to robinspeziale.com, or you can ask me some questions about it or anything else. Email me at r.speziale@gmail.com. All right, guys, happy investing and talk soon.